Alright, hello. So I know I've been really late on Tower of God reviews. Again, school really got extremely out of hand. Hopefully I've gotten it all together now so I can get back on these Tower of God reviews. I am like behind 5 chapters, even though I've read all the chapters. So kind of instead of going one by one, I kind of just going to tell all the big events that have taken place within this webtoon. But before that, there's actually a webtoon that I want to kind of talk about, but I cannot do a video on it because YouTube would take it down instantly. It's a webtoon, and it's probably one of my favorite webtoons at the moment. It's called He Does a Body Good, or if you want to read it for free, Sweet Guy, which I will leave in the description below. This webtoon is absolutely amazing, but it is not for kids. If you're not over the age of 18, do not read this webtoon. In fact, I never said anything about it. But for all those who are above that age, this is definitely a great read. And you can get it on Leslie Comics, which is something I'm going to be getting into, or you can just read it for free. And I'll leave a link in the description below for both of those. With that being said, let's get to the review. So, Tower of God, in my opinion, I feel like not much has really happened. Let me change that. I feel like nothing super major hasn't happened as of yet, until the last 2 chapters, in which Bam always shows us why he is the top dog in this entire webtoon and why everyone else is far behind this guy. So if you are behind on Tower of God and you are watching this video, let me tell you what's happening so far. So Jihad has learned the plan of Kud Edhan of using the mirror to delete his data from inside that world. So he understands this plan, and he basically is trying to beat them at their own game by confronting them where they're trying to get the mirror. And Mesclany and the Spirit Bearer, I forgot his name, are Arsenio are basically fighting it out, and they're losing terribly. Meanwhile, while they're fighting a losing battle, Bam is still continuing his training with Kud Edhan. Kud Edhan wants to identify his type of Shinsu first before they continue on the bigger things, which of course Bam instantly learns with ease. But how Kud Edhan wants to do it is he wants him to find his type of Shinsu by taking the shape of whatever he wants. And he gives him a device and his companions a device to find out what shape is best for them. So for Rak, it was rocks for some reason. Or for, I think, Kun, it was a spear. I'm going off muscle memory here. But with Bam, it's a ball. I know that for a fact. And Bam is able to create this ball with amazing energy, which if you haven't seen the latest 2 chapters, go watch it. Because this girl had her face, she had the face that just looked like she was about to die in 5 seconds. It's the best stuff in the world. Oh, and to piggyback off of that, the sworn enemies of Bam and Kun basically came to the training grounds where they were practicing. And Kud Edhan gives him a challenge that he can only defeat his enemies using his skill that he has just learned. Which, I mean, Bam's gonna do it. Like, I have all the confidence in the world that Bam's going to do it. But really, the episode, or the last 2 chapters, weren't really about Bam. They were really about Kun. And again, I feel like these current chapters of Tower of God, while they're not as exciting as I want them to be, that's not me bashing the webtoon and saying that it's bad, by the way. Don't ever think that. But it's really, these chapters like this, you get to see characters or the other sides of characters that you've never seen before. Like, we're learning more and more about Kun and what is he in his past and how his father was, which again is something that has always been shrouded in mystery. Kun, and I relate to Kun a lot because Kun wants to find power on his own. He doesn't want to be piggybacked off of his father or off of his siblings, which is why it took him so long to find the type of Shinsu that is for him. But he gets mad that Rock finds it before him, and so he develops his own style. I feel like these last 2 chapters weren't really about Bam and him getting stronger. Which, okay, it's fair that Bam shouldn't be the center of attention all the time when there are so many other amazing characters in Tower of God. But I feel like this last 2 chapters were really about Kun, and Kun finding out you know, what does strength mean for him and all that cliche stuff. Which again is fine, and again, it's very, very exciting. I'm just at this point reading this webtoon for so many years that I kind of want to see the big things happen, which I understand is going to take time, and I'm being very impatient. I just know the potential of Tower of God, and I just want to see the bigger players come into play. Like, I'm really waiting for Jihad versus Bam. That is my fight that I can't wait to see, because I know Bam is going to win, and it's going to shock a lot of people, and he might be a posable threat at that point, but we're going to let the author get to there when he gets there. Meanwhile, while they're doing that, all of the Kun family is just getting their butt kicked by Jihad. Jihad is incredibly strong. We knew this when coming into there, but I didn't expect him to be this powerful. Like, he is insanely strong, and proof of his strength was shown in the fight between Kudethan and Young Jihad, which they're not even like, they're like rankers. They're not even like great leaders, and they're insanely strong. Yeah, long story short, yeah, Mescani's getting her butt kicked, and it doesn't look good for the other side to get this mirror. Other than that, like I said, it's a short review because, in my opinion, there hasn't been really much to talk about, and not much has been going on, not even the big things. The biggest points of this review is the following. Seeing Kun's backstory is really good. Seeing Bam get really stronger is really good. And knowing that Jihad is a horrific monster is really good too. I do like the direction that Sui is going with this webtoon. Again, you're seeing players that we would have never seen until later parts of the chapter. But at the same time, in my head, I always think, what is the point? And that's not a negative thing. It's just, what is he going to do now? What's next after this arc? Because it's been around for a couple of years. So what's next after this arc? Well, only chapters are going to tell. But it's just really good to see a sample of the power of King Jihad. You know, it's good. It was good to see the power of Urek Mazino. Like, it's just really good to see like the power of these big characters. Tower of God is just really good in terms of just power scale and how busted their power scale is. So with that being said, just continue reading Tower of God, and we'll continue to discuss the facts and what is going to happen in future chapters of Tower of God. Let me know, what do you think is going on with Tower of God? How do you feel the chapters are being displayed to us? What do you think your future predictions are going to be? Let me know all of that in the comments below, because again, I just don't have much to really say about Tower of God. If you like this video, or you're just a huge fan of Tower of God like myself, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe. With that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.